I can't even wait to introduce you guys to the next guy. This guy is such a backbone of what we do. Paul Kepner of Paul Kepner Staging. Now, he's been at this for almost a decade and a half now.
Yep.
Goes quickly. And as I said before, he is the first person we call when we want to make sure our listings shine, and the first person we call when our clients want a little help making their own home shine when they come through. Paul, thank you so much for being here.
Of course. I appreciate you asking me in. Time to talk about some design stuff.
There is nobody that I trust more in this space and this realm. Let's jump right in. You know my thoughts on it, but I want to hear yours. We recommend staging our listings a lot on any level and any scale, right? Not everyone always needs Paul's services, but they always need some, what's the word you use? Some zhuzhing.
Some zhuzhing.
Zhuzhing. I've learned that from Paul. So talk to me about why staging in regards to real estate and home sales is so important.
A couple reasons that that staging is the big hit and in demand that it is right now, because not everyone is a decorator. Well, a lot of people think they are, but not everyone is a decorator. And people don't have a lot of vision for where things should go, how things should look, and what have you. So much like how people are attracted to a model home, you're out looking and you want to see all the new style, all the patterns, all the colors. Staging really helps a buyer see how it would be to actually live there. And an empty condo, house, unit, trailer, whatever you're selling, just doesn't look the same unless there's stuff in there. And people actually fall in love with the items that are in there, even though they don't come with the property.
They can.
They are available. And get you a price. They want to see how they would interact with it. And so staging a house, basically the excitement, the curb appeal is one thing. You get inside, people are so excited to see what they're going to find inside. So it's really a curiosity thing. And then it's about scale. The big thing is this going to fit, like how do you make furniture fit into a room where the room is at its best usage? How would it feel to live there? If I sit on the couch and look around, where am I watching TV? Where am I having dinner? Where are my kids going to play? Like these are all questions that people have. They may not voice them, but they're the questions. So staging helps solve that. You can drag a bed into a room, but will a queen size bed fit in this room? A lot of times an empty room doesn't show that a queen size bed or king size bed will even fit in there. And people always assume that the bed is larger than it actually is. So when you actually put it in there, then they go, oh, there's plenty of room in here. And that's the nice thing about staging is it shows scale and then it shows possibilities. And one of the big things this day and age, with all the HGTV, with all the television programs, everyone already has this long list of what they want in a new house. So they come out. It used to be, maybe some hardwood floors, or honey, maybe some granite countertops. No, that list now is long, and it's quartz countertops, it's Carrara marble bathrooms. The list goes on and on and on. So when you come in, you stage a property, even though, Joe and, Janice buyer have this long list of ideas, as soon as you show them a property that may not have every single one of those items, as soon as you show them something that's staged and, in today's trend, they go, oh, we'll change those later. So it's a great distractor.
No, and I think you really hit on so many great things there. First and foremost, people like things that are pretty, right? That look good. We are wired as human beings to be attracted to beautiful. Yep. That doesn't change when it comes into the property. Now, as I tell all my clients when I'm sitting down with sellers, and it's one of two things. Are we looking at a vacant home? Or are we looking at a staged home? Anytime I know that the home is going to be vacant, I say this. If we're going to be vacant, we need to be impeccable. Because if not, every scratch, every nick, everything will show. So if you want to go the vacant route, we definitely can, but we need to buff the floors. We need to paint every surface. We need to do all those things. Or why don't we stage it? Because if we stage it, we will distract from all of those things, and then we will add scale, we will add size, the property will grow, and it'll be on trend. And the point that you didn't make, one of the things that you do that just blows my mind all the time is you take slightly dated properties and you work with a color palette that neutralizes those god-awful cherry glazed maple cabinets. It's like a skill set. I can't even express it enough. You have this power to use, it's not a power, it's your expertise, but it's a power to use the foresight of the colors to downplay some of the wounds, so to say.
That's why I always like to look at a property first ahead of time. I often I'll say, hey, Amanda, can you meet me at the property? Yes, I also want to visit with her and catch up. But meeting at the property, you get to get a look and feel for what the style is. Is it more traditional? Is it transitional, contemporary? Where is the house sitting already? And then those things that may not be favorable to a buyer, how do we take those, pull them in, and make them so that they're endearing and part of the fabric of the home instead of like an eyesore, and like you said, anything that is left, at chance that is not, updated or staged, people are going to nitpick for, and may be the reason they don't buy. And so that's what we really want to do is we want to say, hey, these things are part of the house. You could always change them if you want, but look how great it works now, and so our properties really do show like model homes and people literally want to move right in. And that's tugs at the heartstrings and gets people. And this is my favorite one, ever since the last probably 4 or 5 years, is with this crazy market. When people see a house that's staged and they like it, they know that, Tom and Joanne, who are behind them, gonna look at the property, are gonna snap it up if they don't. So that's why this is more of like a trigger pull of like, hey, if we don't buy this today, someone else will. And that's true.
No, it's very true. And I think one of the things that you said that I think most people lack the vision to really put together a space. And I think one of the things that you do so well is you make the properties relatable. People come in and they can see themselves in that space. Now, for me, right, as somebody that's advising people on the cost effectiveness of it, I say hands down that the money spent on staging will be 2 things in my opinion. Number 1, less expensive than all the touch-ups in the world.
True.
And I usually can be pretty strong in saying I feel like we will sell for more than what the investment is. Is that a fair assessment?
It really is. I mean, there's a lot of accounts out there you can find online that says that a staged home will sell like 75 to 80% faster, as far as more money. When you have people competing and fighting over something, you're going to get more money out of it. And I've got some crazy examples over the last couple of years of how we created this bidding war over houses from the staging.
No, it's been fantastic to watch. Now, not to put you too much on the spot, and I know every situation is different. I think a lot of people are intimidated by the cost of it. One thing that I really like about how you run your business, which is very different than most stagers will charge you for every little piece along the way and then charge you monthly to keep things in there. One of the things that I've always said as a real estate provider that is advising staging is that you are a set fee operation all in.
I believe in our product, and I believe the agents, brokers that I'm working with are going to price the house to sell. Everybody wants the house to sell. Yep. Seller, the listing agent, me, everybody wants the house to sell. So as long as we're all on the same page and price it correctly, I have all the trust in the world that it'll sell quickly. And so I put it on a flat rate. So if my stuff stays there a month, great. If it's there for longer, not great for any of us, but great.
We're all working on it.
We're all in it together.
But as an advisor, where I like that, right? Let's say we get on the market, we sell quickly because it looks so beautiful. I don't necessarily want to pull that stuff until we're past our contingencies, because I don't want to pull it out and God forbid we have a problem. Doesn't happen often, but it does. Then all of a sudden I'm back to a vacant house. So I love with that. I don't need to tell a client to spend more money for an extra month in the way that we handle it. So I can tell you, I certainly appreciate it. And I know our clients do as well.
Well, I'm either incredibly smart or incredibly stupid. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but either way, it works for a lot of the folks I work for. So it's,
I say the proof is in the pudding, and I think you're doing pretty good.
All right. Excellent.